Welcome the anointed ones. Chosen one, are you ready? Expect the unexpected because this isn't just another video, this is your moment. A wake-up call to those who feel destined for more but haven't quite figured out why. If you've ever felt like the odds were stacked against you, if life seems to be testing you relentlessly, then this message is for you. But let's be clear, this isn't for everyone. Most people won't understand. They'll click away because they don't feel it. But if you're still here, it's because you know deep down you're different. You're built for something greater, and today we're going to prove it. If you've got the courage to step into your destiny, then make it known. Hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone you believe is chosen too, because here, we're not just building a community. We're creating a movement of those who refuse to settle. Stay tuned. What you're about to hear might just change the way you see yourself forever. Let's begin. Number 1. The burden of greatness. Being chosen isn't the dream people make it out to be. It's heavy, demanding, and isolating. Everyone sees the glory, the recognition, and the rewards, but no one talks about the price. The weight of being the one isn't something most people can carry. You're constantly under a microscope. People expect you to be perfect, to never make mistakes, to always rise to the occasion. The truth is, it's exhausting. You can't afford to show weakness because the moment you do, the same people cheering you on will question your worth. There's also the loneliness. When you're chosen, your path is different. You'll notice how hard it is to connect with others. People will admire you, but they won't understand you. They can't, because they're not walking in your shoes. You'll feel like an outsider even when you're surrounded by others. The higher you climb, the more isolated you'll become, because very few can follow you to those heights. And then there's the constant pressure. Everyone has an opinion about what you should do, how you should act, and what you should achieve. Their expectations are endless. Success isn't enough, they'll want more. And if you fall short, they'll judge you harsher than they would anyone else. Being chosen means sacrifice. You give up your comfort, your simplicity, and often your peace of mind. You live in a world where there's no room for mediocrity, but no one tells you how much it'll cost you. People romanticize the idea of being special, but the reality is far from glamorous. It's tough, and it's relentless. But for those who can handle it, the weight of greatness is what shapes them. It's not easy, but then again, it was never supposed to be. Number 2. The unexpected isn't random. It's a test. The unexpected isn't random, it's deliberate. Every time something unpredictable happens, it's not just chaos or bad luck. It's a test. Life doesn't throw challenges at you to break you. It's checking if you're really ready for the things you say you want. It's easy to talk about being destined for greatness when everything is smooth, but the unexpected is where the truth comes out. It's where you prove what you're made of. When plans fall apart or something blindsides you, it's not a mistake. It's a moment designed to strip away the surface and see if you've got the grit to keep moving. The chosen ones don't get shortcuts. They get obstacles that force them to level up. Every delay, every betrayal, every setback is refining you. It's teaching you patience, resilience, and adaptability. These aren't just inconveniences. They're the tools you'll need to handle the bigger challenges ahead. The unexpected also reveals what's real. It shows you who's truly in your corner and who isn't. It exposes your weak spots so you can fix them before they become liabilities. And it reveals opportunities you'd never notice if everything went according to plan. The truth is, the path to greatness is messy. It's full of twists and turns that feel unfair, but every unexpected moment has a purpose. What separates the chosen from everyone else is how they respond. Most people panic, give up, or complain, but the ones who are truly chosen, they lean in. They face the chaos head-on because they understand that the unexpected isn't there to destroy them. It's there to transform them. It's a question, are you ready? How you answer determines everything. Number 3. Your greatest ally could be your worst enemy. Your greatest ally could be your worst enemy, and that's a hard truth to accept. The people closest to you, friends, family, mentors, are often the ones who unintentionally hold you back. Not because they don't love you or want the best for you, but because they're afraid of what your growth might mean for them. People get comfortable with the version of you they know, and when you start to change, it threatens their sense of stability. They might tell you they're proud of you, but at the same time, they'll plant seeds of doubt. Are you sure this is the right move? Maybe you should play it safe. It sounds like concern, but underneath it there's fear. Fear that you'll outgrow them, fear that your success will highlight their own lack of ambition, or fear that they'll lose you completely. And sometimes they don't even realize they're doing it. Then there's the danger of blind trust. When someone is close to you, you naturally assume they're always on your side. But loyalty doesn't always mean alignment. They might love you, but that doesn't mean they understand your vision. Their advice might come from their own limitations, not yours. And if you're not careful, their opinions can seep into your decisions, steering you away from your path without you even realizing it. The truth is, being chosen means stepping into territory where not everyone can follow. It's not about cutting people off, but about being discerning. Listen to advice, but filter it through your own instincts. Pay attention to patterns. If someone consistently questions your direction or makes you doubt yourself, you need to ask, are they truly helping you, or are they projecting their own fears onto you? Not everyone can handle your journey, and that's okay. Number 4, rebellion is mandatory. Rebellion isn't optional for the chosen one, it's a necessity. The world wasn't built for greatness. It was built to keep things predictable, manageable, and safe. Rules, systems, traditions, they're all designed to maintain control, to keep people in line. But you don't belong in line. If you're chosen, then by default, you're a disruptor. Following the rules won't get you anywhere except where everyone else is going, and that's not where you're meant to be. Rebellion isn't about breaking rules for the sake of it. It's about questioning everything. Who made these rules? Why do they exist? Do they serve a purpose, or are they just there to keep people comfortable? The chosen one knows that most systems are built for mediocrity, for the average, for people who are too afraid to take risks. If you follow those systems, you're not chosen. You're just another cog in the machine, no different from anyone else. But rebellion isn't easy. It's lonely, and it comes with consequences. People will criticize you. They'll call you arrogant, reckless, or ungrateful. They'll accuse you of thinking you're better than them. And maybe you are. But it's not about being better. It's about being true to yourself. If you follow every rule, conform to every expectation, and play it safe, you'll never carve your own path. You'll just end up living someone else's idea of what your life should be. Being chosen means having the courage to burn the rule book and write your own. It means trusting your instincts over anyone else's instructions. It means being willing to stand alone, even when it's uncomfortable, because the only way to achieve something extraordinary is to refuse to settle for the ordinary. Rebellion isn't just part of the journey, it is the journey. Number 5, failure is the true path to mastery. Failure isn't just part of the process, it is the process. The chosen one doesn't rise without first falling over and over again. Catastrophic failure isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. Every misstep, every rejection, every painful loss is a lesson designed to strip away your illusions, expose your weaknesses, and rebuild you stronger. Without failure, there's no growth. Without scars, there's no proof that you've fought the battles required for greatness. People who avoid failure avoid mastery. They stick to what's safe, what they're good at, and what they can control. But mastery isn't born from comfort. It's forged in the moments when everything goes wrong. It's in the humiliation of public defeat, the ache of shattered dreams, and the haunting question of whether you're good enough. Those moments test your character. They force you to decide if you're going to give up or get up. If you've never lost everything, you're not ready for greatness. Greatness demands resilience, the kind you can only develop by clawing your way out of rock bottom. It's not about talent or luck, it's about endurance. Can you keep going when the odds are against you, when everyone doubts you, and when even you doubt yourself? That's the difference between someone who's chosen and someone who's merely capable. Failure also humbles you. It makes you question everything you thought you knew and forces you to approach the world with curiosity instead of arrogance. It's not about falling once or twice. It's about being willing to fail repeatedly, knowing each failure is sharpening you. A chosen one without scars hasn't been tested, and untested greatness is just potential waiting to collapse. True mastery comes when you stop fearing failure and start embracing it as the path to your purpose. Number 6. Expect betrayal. Betrayal isn't a rare occurrence for the chosen one. It's a certainty. It doesn't matter how careful you are or how much you trust someone, betrayal will find its way to you. It's one of the most painful tests you'll face, not just because it comes from places you least expect, but because it forces you to question everything, your relationships, your decisions, and even yourself. Friends might turn against you, not always out of malice, but out of envy, fear, or their own insecurities. People who once supported you may start to resent your growth, especially if it highlights what they're unwilling to confront in themselves. You might not even see it coming because betrayal often disguises itself as concern, advice, or even love, and it doesn't stop there. Circumstances will betray you too. Plans will fall apart, opportunities will slip through your fingers, and the things you thought you could count on will collapse when you need them most. But perhaps the hardest betrayal to endure is the one from within. Your own mind can become your enemy. Doubts creep in, fear takes over, and you start sabotaging yourself. You question whether you're truly capable, whether the vision you're chasing is even real. These internal betrayals are relentless because they know your weakest points. The lesson isn't to avoid betrayal, it's to expect it and learn from it. Trust isn't about blindly relying on others or even yourself. It's about understanding that loyalty from anyone is never guaranteed. That's why instincts matter. They're the only thing that won't lie to you. Betrayal isn't just a test of who you can trust. It's a test of whether you can still move forward when trust has been shattered. And if you can survive it, you'll be unshakable. Number 7. Not all battles are worth fighting. Not every battle is worth fighting, and that's a lesson the chosen one must learn quickly. The world will constantly try to drag you into conflicts that don't matter. Arguments, distractions, petty rivalries. People will challenge you, doubt you, and bait you, not because they want to understand you, but because they want to derail you. If you fight every battle that comes your way, you'll exhaust yourself and lose focus on what truly matters. Some fights are traps, plain and simple. They're designed to waste your time, drain your energy, and pull you away from your bigger vision. Winning those battles won't mean anything. It won't bring you closer to your goals or prove anything significant. All it will do is keep you stuck in someone else's game. The truth is, you don't have to defend your choices to everyone. You don't have to prove your worth to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Walking away doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. It shows you understand that energy is limited and that greatness isn't about reacting to every challenge thrown at you. It's about choosing your battles with intention. You're not here to fight every fight. You're here to win the wars that matter. When you focus on the bigger picture, you realize that silence is often louder than confrontation. Let them think what they want. Let them doubt you. The only opinions that matter are the ones that align with your vision, and even those don't dictate your path. True power lies in restraint. You know who you are and where you're going, and you don't need to get lost in meaningless fights to prove it. Number 8. Weakness will be your superpower. Weakness isn't a curse, it's your greatest untapped strength. What you fear or despise in yourself, the parts you try to hide or fix, are often the key to your true power. The world tells you to chase perfection, to eliminate flaws, to become something polished and unshakable. But perfection is a facade and it won't take you far. It's your weaknesses that make you human, that connect you to others, and that teach you resilience. When you reject your flaws, you reject pieces of yourself. You bury them thinking they're liabilities, but they don't disappear, they fester. That fear you avoid, it's trying to teach you courage. The insecurity you hate, it's a mirror reflecting the areas where you can grow. Even failure, something most people fear deeply, carries lessons that no amount of success ever could. Weakness forces you to confront yourself honestly, and in doing so, you find strengths you never knew you had. Your flaws also have a way of opening doors that perfection never will. Perfection is intimidating. It creates distance. But weakness, it's relatable. It draws people in. It shows vulnerability, and that's where real connection happens. A crack in the armor isn't a sign of failure. It's an entry point for growth, for understanding, for unexpected opportunities. Embracing your weaknesses doesn't mean giving up or settling. It means understanding that they're part of your story, not something to erase. The chosen one isn't flawless. They're layered, complex, and real. Strength isn't about hiding what's broken. It's about building something greater because of it. When you stop fighting your weaknesses and start working with them, they become your superpower. They lead you to places that perfection simply isn't brave enough to go. Number 9. Time will try to betray you. Time has a way of betraying the chosen one, and it's something you'll battle over and over again. When you're destined for something greater, impatience becomes your enemy. You want everything to happen now, to see the results of your hard work immediately. You want the success, the recognition, the rewards, all of it as quickly as possible. But greatness doesn't come in an instant. It demands time, and if you don't respect that, you'll destroy your own potential. Every stage of greatness requires patience. You need time to hone your skills, to refine your craft, to understand the landscape you're working within. It takes time for clarity to emerge, the kind of insight that allows you to see beyond the surface, to understand the deeper patterns and nuances of what you're doing. Your story needs time to unfold. You can't rush the process of becoming who you're meant to be. If you try, you'll end up cutting corners, missing lessons, and setting yourself up for failure down the road. The truth is, impatience is a form of self-doubt. It's the fear that you're not progressing fast enough, that you're somehow falling behind. But rushing doesn't accelerate your journey. It undermines it. Greatness doesn't happen overnight, and if you misread time as a roadblock, you'll sabotage the very thing you're working toward. Time is your ally. It's what gives you the opportunity to refine yourself, to grow, and to evolve into the person capable of handling the weight of your destiny. If you try to force the future to fit your timeline, you'll burn out, lose your way, and waste what could have been. Embrace time. Let it shape you, sharpen you, and reveal the vision that you're truly meant to fulfill. Number 10. Comfort is a silent assassin. Comfort is the silent assassin of greatness. The moment you start to feel too secure, too at ease, is the moment your growth begins to stagnate. Comfort lulls you into a false sense of achievement. It makes you believe you've made it, that you've earned a break. But in truth, comfort doesn't reward you. It sedates you. It numbs the hunger, dulls the fire, and clouds your drive. It's a dangerous trap that disguises itself as success. When you're too comfortable, you stop pushing. You stop questioning, stop exploring, and stop challenging yourself. The very thing that once fueled you, the desire to be more, to do more, starts to fade. That's when life hits back. The unexpected will appear, but not as a blessing. It will be the wake-up call that reminds you of what you've neglected, your own potential. It might come in the form of a challenge you didn't see coming, or a crisis that forces you to confront your complacency. Whatever it is, it's there to shake you out of your comfort zone. The key is to stay restless, stay uncomfortable, because as soon as you stop feeling the pressure, the world around you will start to change, and not in your favor. Comfort blinds you to the threats ahead. It allows your skills to decay, your ambition to wither, and your vision to narrow. To stay sharp, you must stay alert. Never allow yourself to settle into a place where growth stops. Keep your edge. Seek discomfort because it forces you to adapt, to evolve, and to remain on the path that will take you to greatness. Comfort will kill your future if you let it. So stay uncomfortable, stay hungry, and stay ready. Number 11. Unlearn everything. To embrace the unexpected fully, you first have to unlearn everything. You think you know how things work, how the world operates, and what's possible for you, but that knowledge is often the very thing holding you back. It's your rigid beliefs, your assumptions about how life is supposed to unfold, that create blind spots. When you hold on too tightly to what you think you know, you make yourself vulnerable to shock. The unexpected doesn't care about your plans, your logic, or your certainty. It will dismantle them in an instant. If you're too set in your ways, the world will pass you by, and you'll be left behind trying to cling to outdated ideas that no longer serve you. Flexibility is your survival mechanism. It's not about abandoning everything you've learned, but about loosening your grip on it. Allow your mind to be fluid, open to new possibilities and perspectives. Only then can you truly roll with the punches life throws at you. The more you insist on having the answers, the more you close yourself off to the lessons life is trying to teach you. The truth is, you don't know everything, and the sooner you accept that, the more capable you become of adapting. The world is constantly evolving, and if you don't, you'll quickly find yourself out of sync with it. Unlearning isn't about weakness, it's about strength. It's about freeing yourself from the constraints of your own assumptions and opening up to the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. The more adaptable you are, the less likely the unexpected will knock you down. Flexibility allows you to bend without breaking, and that's what separates those who are truly chosen from those who get crushed by the weight of their own rigidity. Number 12. You'll be judged for breaking rules. When you break the rules, you can bet that people will judge you for it. They'll call you reckless, irresponsible, or arrogant, and they'll question your worthiness of being the chosen one. It's easy to assume that if you're on the right path, others will see it too. But greatness doesn't come with unanimous approval or applause. It's not about getting everyone to agree with you. It's about staying true to your vision, no matter what anyone else thinks. Those who follow the rules play it safe. They stay in the comfort zone where things are predictable and controlled, where their actions fit within the lines of what's accepted. But greatness isn't found in those places. It's found in the willingness to challenge the status quo, to rewrite the rules, and to walk a path that others haven't dared to. When you break the rules, you disrupt the order, and that's uncomfortable for a lot of people. They'll lash out at you because your choices challenge their sense of security, their beliefs, and their expectations. Let them judge. Let them question your worth, because greatness was never voted on. The people who question you, they're not the ones destined to achieve what you're working toward. They're too tied to the old ways, too afraid to risk what you're risking. The chosen one doesn't need validation from the masses. They need conviction in their own vision. You don't need approval to walk your own path. You just need the courage to take the next step. If you're truly chosen, the opinions of others won't shake you. The judgment will come, but it won't stop you. You'll keep breaking the rules, because the rule breakers are the ones who change the world, and history will remember your name, not the ones who doubted you. Number 13, your purpose may be invisible until the end. Your purpose may not always be clear, and sometimes the world will never recognize the impact you make. The chosen one often walks through life without fully understanding how their journey is shaping the world around them. You might labor in silence, pushing through challenges, making sacrifices, and questioning whether any of it matters. You might never see the fruits of your labor in your lifetime, and that can be a hard pill to swallow. But the truth is, you don't do it for recognition or validation. You do it because it's what you were meant to do, even if the results aren't visible to anyone else. Greatness doesn't always come with applause or accolades. The world is often slow to recognize those who break the mold, those who refuse to conform. Your impact might not be immediately clear, and it may never be. But the significance of your journey doesn't depend on how the world sees it. It's not about external validation, it's about internal knowing. Every action you take, every choice you make, builds a legacy that ripples out in ways you can't foresee. The seeds you plant today might not sprout in your lifetime, but that doesn't mean they're not taking root. This is where real purpose comes into play. It's not tied to recognition, fame, or fortune. It's about aligning with something bigger than yourself, even when you can't see the full picture. It's about trusting that every step you take, no matter how small, matters. Your purpose may remain invisible until the end, and maybe even after, but it is no less valuable. The chosen one knows this. You do it because it's the right thing, not because the world will see it immediately. You create change through persistence, through quiet conviction, and through an unwavering belief that your journey matters, even when it feels invisible. The journey of the chosen one isn't glamorous or easy. It's a path filled with challenges, betrayals, failures, and moments of uncertainty. It demands courage, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to your vision, even when the world isn't cheering you on. But in the end, it's the very things that make the journey hardest that shape you into who you're meant to become. It's in embracing failure, questioning everything, and walking through the storms of judgment and betrayal that your true power is forged. Greatness is not a destination, it's a process, and not everyone will understand the price you pay for it. You will face moments of doubt, exhaustion, and loneliness, but remember, your purpose is yours alone. It isn't defined by external validation, nor is it easily understood by those who can't see the bigger picture. So, keep moving forward. Keep challenging the norms, trusting your instincts, and embracing discomfort. The world might not see your significance immediately, and you might never get the recognition you deserve. But that's not what greatness is about. It's about staying true to the calling within you, regardless of who's watching. Your impact, your journey, and your legacy will unfold in ways you can't predict, but it will be profound. You are chosen not because you are perfect, but because you have the strength to persist through the unexpected, the courage to rise after every fall, and the conviction to continue even when the road ahead is unclear. The chosen one is not defined by ease or comfort. They're defined by their ability to walk through the fire, unshaken, knowing that every battle, every scar, and every struggle is a necessary step toward the greatness that only they are capable of achieving. Stay relentless, stay true, and above all, stay chosen. The world will recognize you in time, even if it takes longer than you expected. And when it does, your legacy will speak for itself. All right, chosen ones, if you've made it this far, it's clear you're ready for the next level. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the tribe of those who dare to challenge the status quo. Don't just sit back and watch the greatness unfold. Be part of it. Like, share, and drop a comment if you're ready to embrace the unexpected. You're not here by accident, you're here for a reason. So let's make sure we're in this journey together. Subscribe now and let's keep leveling up. The world's not ready for what's coming next. God bless you.